not supposed to get arrested and all that, so I was trying to prevent all that from happening.
I understand your heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
I just know that the black people in the community leadership had already kind of decided that if that's what it took, that was the risk they were willing to take, and
I know. I wasn't part of that conversation. Like, I found out about that, like, afterwards.
I know.
think, Eric was telling me that Corey told him that they wanted all the people in the grass, but no one in the grass, like, told all or nothing type deal. And I was like, I didn't know anything about that, but I'm glad this time they're letting us on the grass, so it's not even
and that's okay. And listen, again, I know that you want to see people safe, you know, I know that that's all you care about, but at the same time,
I know y'all want to take that risk, but I'm like, I don't know.
But it's not y'all. For me, it's about standing behind female black leadership that's local. And if they tell me they want to take the lawn, I'm going to stand next to them. You know what I mean? I'm going to stand, and I know everybody's not, but I'm going to stand next to them. You know what I mean? I'm certainly not going to watch them come out and not stand with them, you know? So I just think it's important that we follow local leadership and just be in communication with them and respect.
Yeah, communication is key, because if I would have known that ahead of time, I'd be like, all right, well, we're taking a risk, and I'll just hopefully nothing bad happens.
Yeah. Well, and I had kind of looked at it because we noticed the tape that was around the lawn wasn't police tape. It was caution tape. And that's why I kept saying everybody, we weren't breaking the law, which is why they didn't arrest us, because it was caution tape, not police tape. But I appreciate you coming over and talking to me. You know, it's really important to me, especially as an ally, to always be in line. You know what I mean? And make sure that I'm out here supportive.
Right, you want to support, not like.
That's right. I don't ever want to be a directing word, but
and me too. It's like, yeah, we're supposed to be protecting people, but at the same time, leadership is leadership, and they make certain decisions. You know, I can advise them a certain way, but I can't ever tell them what to do, you know? But anyway, this guys wanting to talk to me, so...
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much.
How's it going?
So here's our local county authorities. It's a pretty small number. Now, we know inside this building are a lot more county deputies. There always is. They keep them tucked away inside until they think we're up to no good. I noticed that Deputy Walters here, he's got a new gun today. He doesn't normally have a pistol strapped to his chest like that, like he does today. If you watch my TikTok videos, you'll know a little bit more about my communications with old Deputy Walters. I wonder if these guys have found our stream yet. I know it kills them that it's not as easy for them. And they usually rely on my stream to keep tabs on us. And we've kind of mixed it up for them a little bit. So it's still a little early.
All the little bits.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Know it, live it, learn it, love it. Hello, legal observer.
Hello.
So you can see in here, there's more, I don't know if you guys can see, there's more deputies standing in here behind the glass. They're making sure to let them know that I am out here screaming. I think they were counting on me not to be here today. Plus our little pea-picking hearts. Surprise!
We knew you was coming.
Oh, I mean for them. Look at them, they're all on their phones trying to figure it out. Like they're all standing in front of the window looking at their phones. They don't know where to find me. They're so confused. What are they gonna do? We got our usual looky-loos over here. I found it really great that they decided not to violate first and civil rights anymore by blocking off the courthouse lawn. So that's always good to see. It's almost like maybe somebody got a call from the ACLU or something. Maybe. I mean, that's just what I heard. You know how those rumors can be.
I don't know. I was so confused. Me too.
Girl, you had me on full alert. I saw a Confederate flag coming around the corner, and I was like, these motherfuckers did not.
It was the best $20 I ever spent.
Good stuff, good stuff. But I was for real. I saw her come around the corner. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Golly. That's all right. It only takes a second to get, you know, catch it in the breeze and get the full image. It's all right. Let's go see if our chalk art down here that she wanted us to film is ready for view. Let's see. Let's go check it out. Look, even dogs know Black Lives Matter. Hello, family. All right, so here's our beautiful chalkwork. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. That's a good one. See if I can get the whole shot. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. I like it. I like it a lot. Funded by the KKK. Nothing like a little truth to set you free. And then here we have no shrines to racism. Fair, simple. I dig it. I like it. I respect it. So this is what I was talking about earlier before I moved on to that conversation with the gentleman you heard. And just so everyone knows, I want to provide a little clarity on that. Kind of what he was talking about, what we were talking about. I'm sure y'all heard some of that conversation. Last week, local, as I said, PRO is a predominantly Black female-led organization. The founders are three Black sisters, and then one white male who has been an incredible ally with them here in Gainesville. But they decided last week that after the Cook County Commissioners illegally roped off the public space, the public lawn surrounding the courthouse with caution tape, they decided that they wanted to reclaim that space after their march. And so they all took to the lawn after the march and encouraged everyone to come out. And that gentleman, who is a volunteer security member, he wasn't privy to that conversation, and he was concerned about everyone's safety and came out and quickly kind of, you know, pushed everyone off the lawn. It caused some confusion. I, of course, responded with a, no, I'm not leaving the lawn. I'm not going to leave my friends here. I follow female Black leadership. That's who is the leading group here in Gainesville. It's who started all this. It's who I've been working with. It's who I know to be local leadership. And so that's who I followed and who I stood with. And so I just responded with that simple no, fuck you, don't tell me what to do. We should follow local Black leadership. And, you know, he came back, and I know that he went back and he spoke with the local leadership, and they worked that out, and he was just coming over to me to talk to me. And that's really important, right, that we just have that open communication. This is a really high stress, emotional environment when we're out here protesting, especially when there's these elements of fear and uncertainty, because we don't know who we can trust. We don't know that we can trust the police. We know that people are out here with intent to harm us. We know that the police have shown here in Gainesville and Cook County, especially repeatedly, that they will not do their best to protect us and to keep us safe. There are a few officers who I have met who have gone out of their way to try to do well, but by and large, leadership here, I mean, they have gone as far as to tell people they're not allowed to take reports from us, right? So when you're in that kind of environment, it can get really intense, and it's always important to just communicate with one another. Remember that we are allies, and we are in this struggle together, and we will have disagreements. We may not always see eye to eye, but no matter what, at the end of the day, it's important that we come back and we talk to one another, and we just work that stuff out, and don't hold things like that against one another. I certainly don't hold anything against that gentleman. I know that his heart is in the right place, and I know that he meant well. And I think we all learned something from it, and we can take that experience and move forward to make sure that we continue to just keep fighting and persisting and struggling together. Together being the key word. So anyway, I just wanted to provide a little context on that conversation since you all were privy to it here on the live feed. Right now it looks like, just gonna turn it around here. It looks like we've got about 2, 4, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, just about, just under 50 people here on the lawn at the Cook County Courthouse. Probably getting close to 5:30. I can't see what time it is. I do believe that our plan is to march starting at 6 o'clock. We were just asking folks to start conglomerating at 5:30, and it looks like that's been going well. It looks like we have a pretty good group of people here for the time. Look at my other camera out here. We do have our usual looky-loos on the outskirts, on the sidewalks around town. They tend to gather so as to be able to scream out their lovely words of encouragement.
Everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. Everybody gathers in. So we will be marching today.
You can see the counter protesters come over here. Hi! How's it going?
Good.
Good to see you. Hey fam, how you doing? Good to see you. So the counter protesters come and sit across the street with their big gulp cups and they get drunk and build up their courage so they can yell all kinds of ugly stuff at us. The police presence today is barely absent.
We do have permission to be on the lawn, so that's something way different from last week. We can now get on the lawn. So feel free to stretch out and get on the lawn. They're saying that we can't still put chairs or anything else on the lawn, but we will be on the court commissioner agenda for September.
Everyone's favorite ally, Ron Underwood.
How are you?
I'm good.
Over 4,000 views so far.
Yeah. Poor things.
Or affix anything to the lawn. And that even goes for tables. So something that we try to do is register people to vote who are not registered or need to do a change of address while we're here. And we do have somebody here that can do that. So if you do need to, we've got a couple of people here that can register people to vote. So find one of us. If you want to raise your hand, both these can register people to vote. So what we're asking basically is for them to allow us to put a table on the courthouse lawn so that we can register people to vote, so we're not having to just stand and register people. And what that's going to do is we're going to challenge them basically. They don't want us to be on the lawn and they're citing all kinds of stuff. And so we're asking them just to allow us to put a voting booth, a voting registration booth on the lawn, and we're going to see how they handle that situation because I don't have good faith that they'll handle it properly. So we'll challenge them and see what they have to say about that. I think Tori's going to talk about some progress that we've made in Pro-Gainesville this week. It's been a very busy week. A lot of meetings. A lot of people think that we just come out here and we just organize a protest and show up on Sunday at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, whatever time we do it, and we march through the neighborhoods. But what goes on behind the scenes is a lot. So she's going to share a bit of progress of what we're doing, and then we're going to talk about safety as we're marching and kind of staying close together and everything like that. So, everyone, Tori Henderson.
Oh, hi guys. So first off, I'm really excited that we got our lawn back. We reclaimed our space. It didn't end up so bad as we thought. I think that their intentions were that we would gather here and stop marching, but we don't stop marching. Not until change is made, not until that monument's relocated. We've already said that. Some progress, though, this week. We actually have finally touched base with ACLU and began those conversations. So everyone that's been reaching out, that's progress. Now we finally have them eyes on Gainesville, Texas, all the way around. So that, I think, makes us all feel a little bit more comfortable to be out here, given the First Amendment rights that have been infringed upon. Also, we spoke with GPD this week. One thing that was positive was I brought up that there's a lack of representation for the black population within GPD officers. And they said that we would be able to assist in the next application and hiring process for us to have more black officers. So that is progress. because we should be represented there, just like we should be represented in this community. So today on our march, I'm going to stop a few times to give a little bit of historical education on kind of our historic district. I noticed that a lot of people were really upset that we called the neighborhood affluent. So instead, let's talk about the history and how that neighborhood got to be called the historic district. I want to ask that everybody stay safe on our march today. Everybody staying together and stay tight. Also, I'm looking around and I see a lot of Gainesville faces today, and that makes me really excited. Our community is showing out. But when we get out there today, we will stay tight. Also, they've already kind of been planning to do some communicating with you as you go through there. So if you will not give in to agitation, we're just there to march. We're just there to chant. We're just there to send a peaceful message, and we're coming right back. I can't read that. Oh, if you can, 2 and 2. Because when we get through Dixon Street, the sidewalks are a little smaller. So if you can stay 2 people together. I know that you have about, 3 to 4 feet, which still belongs to the city. So, of course, we're not going in anyone's yard. Stay as close to the road as you can. But you do have some rights on the sidewalk. So walk like you got it. And we'll sit here for a little bit longer and probably see if anybody else is going to join us. But thank you, everybody, for coming out, really. I don't know. I wanted to say that although it feels like we've been out here, I think we've met our 100th day of protest here in Gainesville, Texas. Some progress is happening. We are applying the right pressure. They are reaching out to us now. So when you're out here, this is not for no reason. You have made change here, and change is continuing to come. I don't know if you guys got to see some of the cartoons that were put into the newspaper this week, but they are feeling a little bit stressed. They have spent a lot of money. So much so that they could have removed both of those monuments maybe a few times. So we'll continue to be out here and bring a friend, bring some family members. The bigger we are, the bigger our message is. And I think at some point it's going to have to be Gainesville as a unit choosing to come out here and ask that the Black community in Gainesville, Texas be represented. It makes no sense that we're not already represented. But thank you for being here. Woo! Dang, JT.
Okay, so just a few safety things that we saw on social media, so we want you to be aware of. So it appears that on social media, they're calling for the neighbors to call in noise complaints on us, and that's because of our megaphone. So what you'll see is us stop using our megaphone at some point. If we stop using our megaphone, that does not mean stop chanting. You can keep chanting. They can tell us to stop using sound amplification. They cannot tell you to stop speaking because this is a protest. So even if the event that we stop using the megaphone or the megaphone sound level comes down, that does not stop the chanting and what we're doing. We'll have one resting point when we get to where we're going. We'll debrief of things. Again, as Tori said, if you walk by a house and the person comes out of their house and starts trying to yell at you or talk to you, just try not to engage with them at all. There's also been talks on social media that they're going to try to get us for trespassing. So they've asked all the neighbors as we're walking by to call in trespass. Now, we looked into the laws, and there's about 3 to 4 feet from the curb that is considered a sidewalk, even if a paved sidewalk is not there.
Yeah.
GPD has confirmed that they cannot do anything as far as trespassing as long as we stay within that. So as we're staying 2 by 2, I think you could even go 3 by side on that sidewalk. Just try not to go up into anybody else's yard. If any time Tori or Jasmine or myself crosses over the street and tries to get people to direct to the other side of the sidewalks, please just follow. That just keeps everybody safe, and that means we've solved something or we've been tipped off that we just want to get everybody away from that area. But again, we'll just wait just 2 more minutes. We're going to start just over here where we always start, so everybody can start congregating at the statue, and we'll get marching in a minute or 2.
Too bad I'm louder than your megaphone.
Yeah.
That's a noise violation. Where you at, DPD?
Get him! Go give him a ticket!
Let everyone know there's water on the hill.
Hey, real quick, we do have water over here in the cooler, so if you want to grab a water before we start marching, we'll also provide the cooler at our resting point, and our resting point is about a mile down the road into the march. So if you want some water, please grab some now.
He's way over here.
Last announcement, I'm actually not staying at the courthouse today. I've been recruited to march. So everyone is still welcome to stay here. If you don't want to march, you definitely have plenty of space to spread out. And we'll have eyes on you either way, but I won't personally.
Michelle with Living Blue in Texas, if you're watching this feed, text me. Tell me where you're watching. If you could, Michelle, text me and see if you can't confirm the points I sent you today in the text are all streaming okay. So I'm streaming. Show you here. I'm on Twitter. Twitter, Kalima, Texas. You can also go to Stream.TV. And then I'm on Facebook too. I'm not on my personal Facebook. My page is back up, but they trolled it and said that I was using a fake identity. So now I have to prove my own identity to Facebook because I outed white supremacists who use fake accounts to conduct racial tyranny. That's all right. We can play games. Can't kill a message. Can't kill a dream. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Yes.
I'm a loser. Not a guy who really, like, I'm a loser.
Hey, hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Good to see you. So we got a lot of folks. Nice. Okay, cool. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate you. I know that the Twitter Periscope feed is up okay. Glad to see we're on several platforms. So what's funny is that we actually have more viewers. At this point, there's more viewers in this early in our stream watching right now than I usually have just on my Facebook page. So this whole ban from Facebook because of white supremacist trolling actually just ended up getting a fire under my bottom to get my additional platforms and opportunities up and running to stream on. So no opportunity missed. We do have some folks hanging out. There are folks who come out to support, but they just don't feel safe to march yet. And a lot of times we'll see those folks, or maybe it's not even that they don't feel safe, but they just don't feel inclined to march. But they do come out and stand in solidarity. So this week we have about 65 marchers. I'm going to see if I can't get a better count real quick. So I take that back. Looks like we have about 60 people who have come out, but we have about 50 marchers. That's just a little under half of what we had last week.
Tori is going to be at the front of the march here. We just ask that please nobody pass Tori. She's going to be the front of the line. So please don't walk past her as we're marching.
March. Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what inclusion looks like.
This is what inclusion looks like.
Tell me what inclusion looks like.
This is what inclusion looks like.
Tell me what America looks like.
This is what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. No peace. No peace.
If we
peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
All lives came out to what?
Black lives matter.
All lives came out to what?
Black lives matter.
Justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
Gainesville, make some noise. Let them know you're here. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
What do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
No.
What do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
No.
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
we don't get it.
Shut it down.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice,
No peace.
no UDC, no KKK, no racist USA.
No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA.
No UDC,
No KKK, no racist USA.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice.
No peace.
When black lives are under attack,
Fist up, fight back.
when black lives are under attack,
Fist up, fight back.
when black youth are under attack,
Fist up, fight back.
when black youth are under attack,
Fist up, fight back.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice.
No peace.
Give me a B,
B, I got your B, I got your B.
give me an L,
L, I got your L, I got your L.
give me an M.
M, I got your M, I got your M.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
What's that mean?
Black lives matter.
Give me a B,
B, I got your B, I got your B.
give me an L,
L, I got your L, I got your L.
give me an M.
M, I got your M, I got your M.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
Give me a B,
B, I got your B, I got your B.
give me an L,
L, I got your L, I got your L.
give me an M.
M, I got your M, I got your M.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
Give me a B,
B, I got your B, I got your B.
give me an L,
L, I got your L, I got your L.
give me an M.
M, I got your M, I got your M.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
What's that spell?
Black lives matter.
Black lives still matter, Gainesville, Texas. What do we want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
I said, when do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
we don't get it.
Shut it down.
And justice looks a little like relocating that white supremacist monument. Hey, hey!
Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go.
Enough is enough, we won't go back.
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 I'm sorry, but Make America Great Again gives me some kind of feeling. Enough is enough, we won't go back.
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 No peace. No justice.
No peace. the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
Black lives matter.
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 When I say black lives, you say matter. Black lives.
Matter.
Black lives.
Matter.
Black lives.
Matter.
Black lives.
Matter.
Black lives.
Matter.
Black lives.
Matter.
Black voices.
Matter.
All right, as we enter the historic district, let's go ahead and let these people know what community looks like. Because community comes out to stand in solidarity when they have people in need of representation in Gainesville, Texas. Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show them what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show them what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what diversity looks like.
This is what diversity looks like.
Tell them what diversity looks like.
This is what diversity looks like.
Tell me what diversity looks like.
This is what diversity looks like.
Tell them what diversity looks like.
This is what diversity looks like.
Tell them what inclusion looks like.
This is what inclusion looks like.
Tell me what inclusion looks like.
This is what inclusion looks like.
Tell me what America looks like.
This is what America looks like.
Show them what America looks like.
This is what America looks like.
Remind them what America looks like.
This is what America looks like.
Louder, Gainesville. Tell them what America looks like.
This is what America looks like.
Show them what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Remind them what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell them what solidarity looks like.
This is what solidarity looks like.
Tell them what solidarity looks like.
This is what solidarity looks like.
Remind them what solidarity looks like.
This is what solidarity looks like.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom
No
side.
justice.
No peace.
I got it. Cut the book. See that man right there, that track? He's the one trying to set y'all up.
Well, they gotta give me a
No, they don't need it. They've had 5 complaints about it.
This is what diversity looks like. This is what diversity looks like.
Cut the book.
Black lives matter.
Okay.
Thank you. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
All lives came out to what?
Black lives matter.
All lives came out to what?
Black lives matter.
No peace. No peace. They don't get no peace.
If we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
if we don't
Officer Greer. Good. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, this marked the day and time I was nice to a police officer. Crying little bitches. Black Lives Matter!
all lives came out until what?
Black Lives Matter!
No justice,
No peace!
no justice.
No peace!
What that means, Gainesville, Texas, when you choose to stand in solidarity with other members of your community who are asking for a voice, that is when we gain peace. Through working together, through standing together, through being in solidarity together, because we are community. No justice,
No peace!
no justice.
No peace!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
No!
I said, what do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
No!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
No!
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
we don't get it,
Shut it down!
what side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side!
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side!
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side! We're on the freedom side! We're on the freedom side!
What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side! Black Lives Matter! 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 Sorry, I couldn't hear you. This is what diversity looks like. This is what diversity looks like. This is what diversity looks like. This is what diversity looks like.
This is what America looks like.
This is what America looks like. This is what America looks like. No peace. Justice. Now. Justice. Now.
Justice!
Now. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey hey.
No justice,
No peace.
no more. You understand that black representation in Gainesville, Texas matters. Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
All lives may matter till what?
Black lives matter.
All lives may matter till what?
Black lives matter.
Justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Stand on the right
Look at all these cops standing in the driveways of white people's homes. Makes it clear who they're here to protect. White property. Because apparently people marching for black rights equates a threat to white property. Shocking. It's not like we haven't heard that narrative historically.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
Enough is enough. We won't go back.
Enough
enough, we won't go back. Enough is enough, we won't go back. Enough is enough, we won't go back. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
If we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
All right, y'all. Let us slow down a little because I'm about to talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
So the monument that belongs in the park was a gift from Lou Dougherty. This was the wife of the Dougherty family, which is one of the slave owners here in Gainesville. Back during that time. We know they don't exist right now, hopefully. But they also gifted J.M. Lindsay to Gainesville. They were concerned that that would not work without the black vote. So do you know what they did?
No.
They sent white singers to the black church to appeal to them, remind them who pays their employment, remind them where they are, and remind them of their position in this community. And the black community went ahead and voted for them to go ahead and have the J.M. Lindsay School. In the document, J.M. Lindsay School was meant for the white youth of Gainesville, not the black youth. So that's this empty lot right here. Is also the one who gifted the monument. Racist USA.
No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA.
No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA.
No UDC, no KKK. No racist USA.
No UDC, no KKK. My people, what side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on?
Side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side. I got your B. Oh, I got your L, I got your M. M, I got your M, I got your M. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. B, I got your B, I got your B. L, I got your L, I got your M. M, I got your M, I got your M. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. No peace. No peace. They don't get no peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
We need you walking with us. We need you marching.
This is what community. Democracy looks like. This is what. What democracy looks like. They don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. All lives came back to what? Black Lives Matter. All lives came back to what? Black Lives Matter. All lives came back to what? Black Lives Matter. All lives came back to what? Black Lives Matter. We have justice who make Black Lives Matter in Gainesville, Texas. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. We want to relocate it to a better location. We can better represent the Black community in Gainesville, Texas. And until that time, no justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. If we can have justice, they can have peace. If we can have justice, they can have peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. And I think it's important that we talk about what side we're on. Yes. We're on the side of the people, where we believe that all people deserve representation. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We're on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We're on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We're on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We're on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We're on the freedom side. What side are you on? We're on the freedom side. Good neighbors stand in solidarity with their neighbors. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Now. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Now. If you can have it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. No UDC, no KKK.
I think so. There's a street there, so you should be able to.
Okay. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Hey, Mayor Rich. All right, we're going to move over here to the left and go in this parking lot and take a break.
Send some love to our other one. Hi, look at our other sister.
All lives came out until what?
Black lives matter.
All lives came out until what?
Black lives matter.
All lives came out until what?
Black lives matter.
All lives came out until what?
Black lives matter.
Grab me one, Gracie.
We got water in the vehicle over here.
So one thing that was pretty interesting to happen this week is we did get the lawn back, but court commissioners put out another a rule that you can't speak on anything during the public comment section that's not already on the agenda. And I think that's something that not just Pro Gainesville should be upset about. That's a further way to silence what you need. Of course, you can't send an email.
It's against the law.
It is.
It's against the law.
It's against the law.
The
But you should be
violation
able
of the
to go
Constitutional
to a
Meeting
court commissioner meeting and speak on what you're concerned about in your community. So not only are they not willing to meet with us and not willing to talk with us, now they're not willing to listen to us during the public comment section. They don't want to represent you. I'm not convinced they want to represent anybody. They just like the check they get each month. So that's why we continue. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. That's why we continue.
I need some water.
Yep.
Oh, before you get drunk. Make sure to get some water.
Everybody get water, even if you don't think you need it.
Anybody want to speak?
Take a short break. I needed it. My arm was but I'm not going to fall off. Come on, you guys just fall off. Sorry, I'm muted. Oh, well, you're taking something. Because I got to work.
Ooh, I love when you speak.
Me too.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, we're going to give them just exactly what they want. We're going to keep marching until that statue comes down. Because we're about no justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Sir's name. Sir's name.
Breonna Taylor.
We're about justice and peace. We're going to be peaceful. We're going to march. We're going to do exactly what they say until that statue comes down.
So we're taking a little break right here. Is there anything significant about this location right here?
This is the old high school, which I don't.
Do you know when Gainesville integrated?
So Gainesville, that's actually some very interesting information that I'd like to share. 1954 was whenever it was constitutionally passed.
Yeah, but like Denton didn't integrate till like the late 60s.
Same here.
Yeah.
So something that Jessica brought up that I think is interesting is like when we first started doing this, I thought it was important to talk about the fact that black representation has been really hard to come by in Gainesville, Texas historically. So even whenever schools were segregated, the Constitution passed desegregation in, do not quote me, I want to say 1954. But Gainesville actually waited to the late 1960s to actually integrate schools. And something that was interesting, no, I don't even want to say interesting, but something that they did was they didn't allow for those black teachers, the black staff to go with those students. Which is, gosh. But it just further shows that they have not ever, when anything's been asked for, it has not happened. And when I shared the story on J.M. Lindsay today, I thought it was really interesting that they had to go to the black community to send quartet singers to appeal to them to get their vote and to remind them of their position so that they pretty much knew you have to vote, which is basically what that Monument Act says, right? Where do you think they went to vote? At the courthouse, right next to that monument. It's also another reminder of this is your position in this community, and this is what you're expected to do. So that's why I kind of wanted to link that. Black humans have always had to ask for representation here. And now it's 2020 and we can't even get a monument just relocated to a museum. Literally a block down the road.
Right. A block. How hard could it be?
It would have cost a lot less than the $40,000 they've spent to follow us around and terrorize
They could have
marchers.
removed it a couple of times, to be honest.
That's just the city.
I'm not no, I'm good. So just a couple of things that we've also accomplished just on top. We did find out, as Jessica mentioned, that the city so far has spent $41,000 in regards to protesting. They could easily use that money to move the monument. They are now just spending money because they want to be stubborn and not move the monument. I did ask the court commissioner, the county judge, and the sheriff's department on a total for them, but they're telling me they don't keep such reports, which is concerning in itself. They're not keeping up with overtime reports, so where's your tax dollars going? That brings in a whole list of other questions, and that's kind of what we found since we've been protesting for racial justice in our community, as well as for the removal of the Confederate monument. We're finding that there's more and more. It's bringing to light more and more issues that we're seeing here, and how they're trying to silence First Amendment protesters by blocking the lawn. Now they've acknowledged that that is wrong, and so they're opening the lawn back up to us, but now they've put, you know, as Tori mentioned, they put it to where you can't go before the commissioner's court and address anything. It has to be on the agenda.
Against the law.
Which is just crazy. Now they're citing that it's because people in other counties are going to the commissioner's court with political campaigns and about demasking, but that's not even happened here. So they're basically just using excuses for things that aren't even happening here in Cook County as a way to silence, because they know that we will be meeting with court commissioners. We planned on going to these court commissioners meetings as well.
Can I
So,
give you some language
a
on
couple
that?
of
It's a violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act, if anyone wants to call them out. That's what it violates by canceling that public speech. They can...
Texas code for public meetings, it states that, there has to be public comments, and they can limit the time, but they can't really limit, what you talk about, things of that nature, which is what they're doing. So it's just another tactic. So another thing that I do want to address, because this gets brought up a lot. We see it on social media. We hear people yelling at us. We've seen it multiple times where people say racism doesn't exist here, and we call BS on that, because we do know that it does exist here. And it exists as early as 2015. Southern Poverty Law actually was tracking hate groups, and Gainesville, Texas was specifically listed on that list of hate groups of having a KKK here in Gainesville, Texas. It literally says Gainesville, Texas. It is not one of those that, list and it says, oh, it could be in the area. They specifically found members of the KKK here in Gainesville, Texas in 2015. So it does exist. In 2013, like we talked about, there was a Cook County Sheriff's Office who was arrested on civil rights violations. So it does exist here. There's proof. At a recruiting rally, I found an article of a recruiting alley for the Klan. And in that recruiting article, it talks about how they met in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and they were recruiting people for the Klan. And their police department actually asked them to leave because things got heated. It appears that there was a white resident in the area that did not appreciate them being there, intimidating the black community. And so they asked them to leave. And this was in Ardmore, Oklahoma. And at the end of that article, they talked to the Texas Klan and the Oklahoma Klan organizations, and both of their people, leaders, or whatever you want to call them, made the comment that they would be in Gainesville, Texas the next week. That's in 1989. That was after civil rights in the 1960s. So people say that the Klan was eradicated and the Klan doesn't exist. It's here. I mean, 2015, 1980, these were not that long ago. And to think that they just picked up and walked away since 2015 is just ignorance, because that's not what happens. And as we've seen the armed protesters showing up, now we're seeing GPD and Cook County Sheriff's Office doing exactly what Ardmore, Oklahoma did in 1989 and asking these people not to come back, because now they're acknowledging. Now we've got them to acknowledge that they are white supremacists. Now that they... when you lay out the proof and you just keep giving them the evidence, at some point they cannot deny it. And that's kind of where we've led off now is, we saw last week where there was no counter-protesters, and it seems like the GPD and Cook County Sheriff's Office finally acknowledged what they were and told them not to come back. And then, last Sunday after our march, we were expecting Monday. We didn't know what to expect Monday morning. And instead what we got was a meeting with Gainesville Police Department where they talked to us. And, as Tori mentioned, they offered to have us part of the process for new hires for Gainesville Police Department and open up some dialogue. So it's kind of weird because we're seeing all this change happen. And I know that, everybody might be a little weary of, what's their intentions? Why the sudden change? And honestly, if it's true change, if that's truly what they're going to do, if they're going to stand true to what they say to us as Canadians, then I do believe that at some point we can work together and call for racial justice. I don't think that we're at that point right now. But it is a first step, inviting us in to talk about the hiring process and to be a part of the hiring process for new officers. That is a starting point. The county judge allowing us to speak the 28th to commissioners about putting a table on the lawn, that is progress. So we are making progress, and we will continue to make progress as we continue to march every week, every Sunday here, and march in the residential areas, in the commercial districts, wherever we have to get our voice heard. Because people want to be mad about us marching in the residential districts. We marched in the residential districts once, and look at the change it's already created.
Yeah. It applies that pressure.
So again, we're going to keep applying the pressure because why? Because Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter!
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 Oh, come on, Justin, you could have given me 3 more.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Everybody got water? Get water! Take water with you! Drink water!
Make sure you grab water.
Get a bottle of water right here! Free water! Get it! Get it now! Hey, Justin, will you let them know they're grabbing water back here still?
Huh?
Will you let them know there's still got people getting water over here?
Alright guys, as we get to the end over here, make sure we're tightening up a little bit. We don't have as much space as far as sidewalks on this street. So we're going to have to stay tight. Which means you have to be a little bit louder.
It's always nice to see a cool head out here, Officer Greer. I know they do. I know they do.
You see that fucking big hand out the window?
They were just reminding me how much the local Gainesville folk miss me. I'm kind of notorious around here. They don't like when people come and put a spotlight on their racism. Well, guess what? That's not the fault of the person who put the spotlight on it. That's the fault of racists. You don't want to be called a white supremacist. You don't want to be called racist. Don't do racist shit. Don't act like a white supremacist. So long as you do, I'm going to call you out for it. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Make some noise, Gainesville!
I'm just going to go over here and catch off.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side!
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side!
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
poor people. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Because if we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, no peace. Give me a B. B, I got your B, I got your B. Give me an A. Black Lives Matter. Give me a B. B, I got your B, I got your B. Give me an L. L, I got your L, I got your L. Give me an M. M, I got your M, I got your M. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Give me a B. B, I got your B, I got your B. Give me an L. L, I got your L, I got your L. Give me an M. M, I got your M, I got your M. What's that spell? Black Lives Matter. What's that spell? Black Lives Matter. Enough is enough, we won't go back. 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 Say his name. George Floyd. 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 Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Name her name. Breonna Taylor. Say their name. George Floyd. Say their name. Which one? Say their name. Which one? Justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. That racist statue has got to go. Hey. No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA. 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 What do you want? Justice. When do you want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. And if we don't get it, shut it down. 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 And if we don't get it, shut it down. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. Tell me what community, what democracy looks like. Tell them what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell them what America looks like. This is what America looks like. Tell them what America looks like. This is what America looks like. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Your hair and your skin are pretty. We talk about the democratic process right here in Gainesville, Texas. If we took every black vote, it still would not be enough to make change here. So it's very important that we are standing in solidarity with our allies
that they are standing with us. This is a part of the democratic process right here. We are peacefully asking for representation. That's what you're doing right now. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
All lives can't matter till what?
Black lives matter.
All lives can't matter till what?
Black lives matter.
Screaming, all lives can't matter till what?
Black lives matter.
All lives can't matter till what?
Black lives matter.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
What side are you on, my people? What side are you on?
We're on the freedom side.
Gainesville, Texas, your black community needs to stand in solidarity with them. We are asking for representation. We are asking for the relocation of a Confederate monument. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No UDC. No KKK.
No racist USA. No UDC. No KKK. No racist USA.
No UDC.
No KKK. No racist USA. No UDC. No KKK. No racist USA.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Find them what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Find them what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell them what inclusiveness looks like.
This is what inclusiveness looks like.
Find them what inclusion looks like.
This is what inclusion looks like.
Show them what diversity looks like.
This is what diversity looks like.
Find them what America looks like.
This is what America looks like.
What do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
And if
No peace! No peace! This is what community looks like! This is what community looks like! This is what community looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what diversity looks like! This is what diversity looks like! This is what inclusion looks like! This is what inclusion looks like! This is what acceptance looks like! This is what justice looks like! Black Lives Matter! 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 No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
All lives came matter to what?
Black Lives Matter!
All lives came matter to what?
Black Lives Matter!
What are we asking for?
Justice!
Oh, that racist statue has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, that racist statue has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, that racist statue has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, that racist statue has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, that racist statue has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, that racist statue has got to go! Guys, we're gonna slow down a little bit. Let's tighten up.
Hey, Tori, I sure love the color of your skin. I sure love the color of your skin. And the texture of your hair.
I like that too.
I mean, you don't have to do anything with it. I'm just saying.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Brown Lives Matter!
Brown Lives Matter!
Brown Lives Matter!
Brown Lives Matter!
Our lives matter!
Their lives matter!
Our lives matter!
Their lives matter!
Justice!
No peace!
No No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA.
No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA.
Hey, hey, oh, oh, that racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, oh, oh, that racist statue has got to go. Hey, hey, oh, oh, that racist statue has got to go. That racist statue has got to go.
You are the justice in Gainesville, Texas. You are the change warriors.
Get some water, Tori.
Yes.
Hey guys, don't forget we got the water filler over here, so get some water.
What's up, people? Your people were strong out there, you know. Not that you need me to tell you.
If anybody is not registered to vote, please come see. Anybody with their hands up, all these people can register you to vote. So if you're not registered to vote, please come find one of them. Voting is important. We must vote. For those that don't know, there's actually early voting going on.
Yeah, you want some water? Water? Y'all want some water?
Hey, I'm looking for that.
You want some water? Oh yeah, Ben.
Are you in Cook County or? You're in Karen?
Woo! Gainesville. And they said we preferred it when white supremacists surrounded us with guns. I don't know about y'all, but I sure do enjoy this a lot more.
Yeah, I can register.
Hey, everybody, let's give it up for our pro-Gainesville organizers. Let's give it up for your strong community leaders who have committed themselves to this fight and put themselves on the front lines for this community, y'all. Give it up for it one more time. You are loved.
Love.
Good to see you, girl.
Ain't no feeling, ain't no reason
Yeah, that's what they did to our medic vehicles, too. Well, probably because of that.
Yes. Okay.
We had people last week, maybe they're doing the job, because we had people last week who were trailing behind us, honking their horns, being kind of sketchy, like we were worried about we were going to get hit. Yeah, they were just seeing assholes like that. No, it's not. And they'll try to say it's obstructing traffic. Like, we had some of the elders last time who wanted to follow in their cars, you know? Yeah, we had some elders who wanted to follow in their cars, and they harassed them too, told them they were obstructing traffic, they need to hurry up.
No, you're supposed to ride them.
Anything for them to feel like they got a moment of power, you know what I mean? God forbid they have to go in a tire event without telling somebody what to do. God forbid. They would feel like they aren't needed.
So you just fill out the form and she'll take it up.
Anything for them to feel like they're needed and necessary. You know what I'm saying? They spent $40,000, quote unquote, protecting us so far.
Yeah.
You know, they gotta feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
God forbid.
I like your new equipment, girl.
Yeah, man, we're rocking. Professional. Paid for by the Antifa of North Texas.
What is today?
I know it's George Soros.
Yeah, George Soros, Antifa, same thing. Just ask the far right wing, man. I'm making $30K a month, baby. Don't you know? And I'm somehow I'm
still waiting on my check.
somehow I'm the white leader of BLM North Texas, and I'm also a Nazi.
Hey, so the question's been brought up
also
for people that are in college.
And I'm also, what else am I?
You're busy.
I forget. They come up with so much.
You're busy.
Can they still vote since they'll be in college in a way? The answer is yes, they can apply for an absentee ballot.
I mean, I've checked all the far right-wing conspiracy boxes as far as they're concerned.
That's over that. That's going to be Pam Harrison. So you can email her at pam.harrison@co.texas.gov. And you can find it on the website as well. But those of you that are in college or your kids are in college in a way, you can apply for an absentee vote as well. So we just got to make sure everybody gets out and vote.
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 Are we just kind of hanging out? Nobody has an aux cord?
Nobody has a what?
I was looking for an aux cord.
For what?
Play some music.
You can use mine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I got enough juice. I should be okay. Let me check. Oh yeah, I can go a little while without it. You got power?
Yeah. Wait, this? That hooks up right into the... Oh, shoot. I don't have an iPad or iPhone. We can find something. I can hook an aux cord into my megaphone and play music.
So what do you need? You need a USB on one end?
Or I need an aux cord to lightning, unless I find somebody without an iPhone.
You need a dongle. Fucking dongle.
You just took yours out?
Oh, good. Anybody got a dongle? I know that sounds fun. Does anybody have a dongle?
For an iPhone. It's a connector for an aux cord to an iPhone.
Hold the dirty jokes. I'm asking for a dongle adapter.
There might be a few.
Y'all are all dirty-minded. Stop it. I'm looking for a dongle. You know, like the attachment for auxiliary.
You want a picture with that? My husband wants a
Yeah,
picture with you.
Y'all need to stop it.
It's a pleasure.
Right after you ask for a dongle, he wants a picture
Well,
with
she
you.
has a...
There you go.
I think she has a...
Y'all are funny.
Get that.
Focus, dear.
I'm trying. There
Just a
goes.
girl trying to get a
I
dongle.
didn't know which one of you I was trying to focus on.
I'm just a girl trying to get a dongle. Come on, help me out.
What's the thing about that?
He's like, can we take a picture together? I heard the call. My camera brings all the dongles to the protest. I love this flag so much. No, Justin had to play some music, but he needs an auxiliary connection to his Apple cord. We gotta have the dongle. But nobody has one. Fuck you, Apple. You ruined everything. You don't have it on yet? Yeah, just in case, I know some people saw me flipping off Pat Ledbetter, and I'm going to tell you why. I flipped off Pat Ledbetter's sign because, quite frankly, she's a lying problem. She's a problem. She's one of those progressive, quote, liberals who thinks that her way of protesting is better than the way of local black community leaders. Her and Michelle Angus, both of them. White allies, I'll tell you once again, you're not an ally if all you do is tell the black people in your community that you know how they should be doing it better than they are. Our job is to listen and follow and offer advice as asked for or needed. Not to tell black leaders what they should or shouldn't be doing and worrying about how it might oppose or cause a problem for your white politics. So that's why I flipped your sign off, Pat Ledbetter. You and your friend Michelle Angus can both take it and shove it for all I care. So here's our guys up here taking pictures. These guys are controlling the drone too, it looks like. So this is the drone over here I was showing you. So we did have the drone following us throughout the march tonight. They would love an opportunity to get any kind of criminal activity, but God forbid they do anything about all those people making threats towards progressive or pro-Gainesville organizers. God forbid they do anything about that. Everybody wave to the drone. Everybody give a fist to the drone. I'm gonna flip it off. you can choose to do that if you want or not. Everybody say, fuck your surveillance culture. You don't have to. I'll just say it for me. That's fine. You know I don't care.
I love it.
There you go. Thank you, baby. Tell me your name again. Rodney, I'll make sure I get it back to you.
That's my sister right there.
Okay, so that's a dongle.
All right, baby, I will. I got it done. Everybody say thank you for your dongle, Rodney. Justin, where are you at?
So sorry. I don't know how to use the megaphone.
Justin, you want to play some music?
Oh, you're amazing.
I didn't do it, Rodney.
Yes.
That's Rodney's dongle.
Okay, where's the aux cord?
I got it. So you got a power bank, right? You just need the cord?
No. I need
power. Isn't that? Oh, that's the opposite. Oh, we got to go from.
Yeah, see.
Oh, Lord.
I need an aux.
We need the opposite of a dongle. How do you go the opposite of a dangle? I know I look like I know something about what I'm doing over here, y'all, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I tried.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I tried.
Hey guys.
What's up, Jasmine? You gotta yell in it. Yell in it, girl. Yell at us.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm the really quiet one.
Hey, let's give the mic to Jasmine.
Attention, please!
Sorry, y'all. I yelled a lot today, and that's not what I normally do. We are going to go ahead and close the event out just because the sun's setting. We finished marching. We don't have our details set in stone for Sunday yet, so make sure that you're checking our page so that we can get that up there. We have a really fun idea. I'm hoping that that comes to fruition, and we get to do that next Sunday. So yeah, just be watching Pro Gainesville's Facebook page, and we'll let you guys know what time and where we're going to be and what's going on. Other than that, thank you guys so much for today. We did amazing marching. There were no complaints anywhere. We'll probably hear about some from GPD, but none from us. So, yeah, just keep up the good work, keep fighting the good fight, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.
All right. And bring 3 people.
It's my turn. What you call on vacation? I'm like,
What is this?
That's your brother's dongle.
Oh, okay.
So, if you haven't tuned in to too many of these events here, so if you haven't tuned into too many of these events here, I just want to point out there's a gentleman over here.
I gotta commend you for your effort.
Oh, come here, tell him. What do you want to say?
I want to commend you for your effort and thank you for helping us. And you know, you're a real stand-up lady.
I appreciate you.
All right.
I'm proud to stand with you. I'm proud to stand with this community.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you Sunday.
All right.
Every Sunday. Every Sunday, sir.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Rain, sleet, or snow. Hopefully we're not calling anything into fruition. So, if you haven't seen too many of these events, tonight would be the second night in a row where we have not had large numbers of armed white militias out to surround and intimidate and harass with weapons, which is great. No complaints. I hope that consistent lack of threat will help encourage more people in the Gainesville community and Cook County to feel safe to come out and stand in solidarity. This is the second time that Pro Gainesville has conducted marches through the local community without event. Definitely some folks irritated about the fact that they're doing it, but you know, that's okay. The Constitution doesn't say anyone has a right to not be irritated, but it certainly gives people the right to protest and speech, protected speech. So certainly glad to see those First Amendment rights being respected here in Gainesville finally. We did have a few kind of sketchy individuals hanging out. We got these guys over here by the tree, hanging out, acting kind of awkward. Hey, I love you. I'm proud of y'all. Thank you. See you Sunday. My Facebook, I think it'll be back up. So they reported it, they trolled it, and they claimed that I was pretending to be someone else. So now I have to verify my identity. So I mean, I uploaded all my documents. It should be verified soon. Shout out to Facebook for letting white supremacists create fake accounts to terrorize black people constantly, but shutting mine down for exposing them. Good job, Facebook. But it should be back up. But you can always, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on all the things. Check out for an announcement. Hopefully, I should be starting a new platform. My new motto is cancel your social media. So, yeah, I did. And I'm sure when my Facebook page comes back up, it's going to be like crazy. But I'll do my best to follow up with everyone. But you can find me on Twitter too. And TikTok, yeah. You know I love my TikTok. I've been doing a lot of live on TikTok, just talking to folks and trying to spread awareness about Gainesville and North Texas activism in general. So you can find me there.
I thought I had TikTok on my phone, and then I went to go look for it.
Yeah, TikTok, if you don't have it now, you can't download it. The TikTok is officially an exclusive VIP club now. I think you can download it. Maybe you can still download it today. You heard it right here, folks. Download TikTok now or you're not in the cool club. Yeah. Of course, I'm just on TikTok trying to promote like my new ideas of social media and trying to get everybody to. My new campaign is ditch your social media. Kalima, yeah. At Kalima, Cali_ma_Texas, TX. Yeah.
All right, see y'all later.
All right, be well. Peace, love.
We are out.
All right, love y'all. Thank you so much. Love you. Always, you know I love you. Good to see y'all. Good job tonight. Y'all were loud. Y'all were strong. Proud of y'all. And what's really cool is tonight the majority of the marchers are all from Gainesville. So, well, they could still use support always, and they appreciate people coming out to support from local communities. It's always great to see Cook County residents coming out staying strong.
Protest, and when I got home.
So if you're just tuning in and you didn't catch the beginning of the march, I'm going to do another recap real quick of the Confederate monument kind of precipitating most of these protests. There are two Confederate monuments here in Gainesville in Cook County, Texas. One of them is on city property and the local city authority has voted to remove it. Say hey, allies.
Hey, Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Hey, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. She says no. Weird. So there's two Confederate monuments here in Cook County. Several schools named after Confederate quote-unquote heroes. This, the monument on city property, the local city authorities have voted to remove it. This one, however, is the one that is at the crux of the issue. It was erected by individuals who were members of the Sons of Confederate Veterans and United Daughters of Confederacy, more than 60 years after the end of the Civil War. And you can see the inscriptions here include blatant odes to white supremacy. Here we have the inscription that reads, God holds the scales of justice and will measure praise and blame, and the South will stand the verdict and will stand it without shame. And then on the south side of the monument facing the courthouse, in a blatant ode and testament to white supremacy, the monument reads, O home of tears, but let her bear this blazon to the end of time. No nation rose so white and fair, none fell so pure of crime. Those who want to support this monument, of course, argue, oh, well, white and fair, that just means pure and unsoiled. At which point my response is, well, if they meant pure and unsoiled, why didn't they just say pure and unsoiled? Also, my question is, pure and unsoiled of what? Pure and unsoiled of what? Right. So, blatant testaments to white supremacy that stand here on the Cook County Courthouse lawn, and that is what leaders like Tory and other pro-Gainesville leaders came together to put attention on. And as you heard pro-Gainesville leaders talking about earlier, of course, part of this bringing attention, part of this campaign of bringing attention and awareness to white supremacist tributes that have been normalized in common society, what that does is it brings the white supremacists and the racial tendencies of local authorities, etc., to light. It brings all that forward. It brings it to the surface, and we've seen that. We saw how for weeks when these protests started out, armed white militias were called in by local authorities, how the local authorities worked with those white militias and conglomerated with them and commiserated with them in order to intimidate and terrorize nonviolent protesters. Bye, guys. Bye. See y'all next week. And we have seen how local authorities have tried every tool in the book to infringe on First Amendment rights, shutting off access to the lawn, all these things in order to deflect away from what's really going on here in the community. So that's why these monuments are important, because by focusing on them, it brings all these other issues to light, all these infringements and things that are enacted in order to prevent addressing systemic racism in these communities. So I'm just gonna come wrap up with the pro-Gainesville organizers real quick before we leave for the night. Excellent, exceptional march. This is the first time I didn't have any direct confrontations with white supremacists at all. I had to do a little Black Lives Matter chant in front of one house from some folks that wanted to yell nasty stuff at people, but that's okay. I'm loud and I will always be louder than you. Don't ever forget it. But other than that, really great, successful march. Always wonderful to not be confronted by white supremacists with guns. Awesome. So let's see if we can talk to these folks real quick.
American Marines in the Middle East renounced the citizenship and fought for Al Qaeda. That's Al Qaeda. Yeah. or Al Qaeda or what is it? Southern ISIS. Right. That's what the Confederacy is.
How do you guys feel at Marchman tonight?
I feel it went pretty well. It's pretty peaceful.
Yeah.
We didn't have any agitation, so that was beautiful. No signs were stolen like they feared.
You mean you're not disappointed that you didn't have counter-protesters screaming at you to argue with?
Nope.
Yeah. Isn't it
That's
lovely?
not the point.
Yeah. I think...
Well, we should be able to gather without that hatred. That's what we were just talking about. Like, the energy just feels different when we're able to be out here together without people coming to throw racial slurs and intimidation tactics. So that's nice.
Yeah. And I hope that by having this new environment, right, it seems to be hopefully the new norm. I don't want to jinx it or anything. This is two protests in a row without armed white militias.
Yes.
Maybe more people will feel safe coming out.
I think they should. And the fact that we have more space out here now, I thought that would make a difference as well. So we don't have any intimidation or agitation. The lawn is open so you can 6 feet social distance. And the correct pressure is being applied in Cook County. I mean, change is coming. Like the fact that they called a meeting with us this week, change is coming. What we need is numbers.
Yeah.
Come stand in solidarity with your community. If you love your neighbor and you love Gainesville, Texas.
Cook County.
Cook County, yes, all of it.
Yeah. And I would say, look, people like me, I mean, yeah, I'm in Denton County, but I live 30 minutes away.
Right. Yeah, I was just talking to some people that drive an hour and 40 minutes to get here. Or like there were some people from Vernon here today. Like that is, Weatherford continues to come out. Where is the rest of Gainesville, Texas?
I heard, I can't tell you how many people have messaged me personally on these feeds to tell me how much they support Pro-Gainesville, and they wish they could be here, but. They wish they could be here, but. They wish they could be here, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you have we would be there, but we don't agree with this. Well, then come out here and tell us what you do agree with. Come stand with us. At least you agree that the black people in your community need to be represented better. If you agree with that, you need to be out here. Period. I don't think there's any excuse.
That's all they are, right? There's excuses? Yeah. What are they going to do now? They don't have me to blame anymore.
Oh, no more scapegoat. Then I'll have to look in the mirror, Jessica.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you guys. Once again, I think you guys have done a phenomenal job of just keeping your message strong and focused And you can tell that people in your community are empowered, and that's most important and critical.
It was beautiful to see so many, like I think we were mainly Gainesville faces today.
This is the most Gainesville folks I've seen out here tonight. Like, been talking to people and stuff.
People that I hadn't even met until today. So that's an amazing feeling to see the ones that do reach out, and you only see them on Facebook, and then when you actually get to see them by face, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
That community aspect was here tonight.
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm looking forward to next Sunday. I noticed he only got, this is the least number of deputies he had out tonight too. It looks like he only had about half a dozen sheriff's deputies or half a dozen cops. It's almost like they know whenever the armed militias are coming too.
Yeah, and it's almost like they've realized that we're peaceful protesters. Yeah. Maybe.
Just goes to show you that all that extra policing force was because of people coming out.
Exactly.
With excessive weaponry, not because of pro-Gainesville.
And probably a little bit to do with signing off on permits that for show of force. That might have a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, putting that out probably helps.
Yeah.
Well, good job. Great. I'm gonna call it a night. And I want to make sure to remind people to donate to, I'll be posting some links for the North Texas Protester Protection Fund. That is how we fund private security for you all now, which is incredibly important because we know that you guys have received some threats to your lives and your homes.
And none of those threats are taken as credible or serious. So it's these men that come out to stand with us, it's necessary. I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do appreciate any contribution to keep us safe. As
I need her to
those in power in our community do not want to, but luckily we can do it.
All right. Be well. Love you.
I need to know when last time she was paid rent.
Bye. I love you.
Bye. I love you.
How do you feel? I wanted to ask, how do you feel about marching tonight? You usually hang out here on the lawn with the older folks and hang out with them, but tonight you marched. How was that?
It was great. It honestly was great. I had to get back into the swing of things, and honestly my arms are killing me because I don't know how you do this every week because that was new for me, and that live stream was tough. That was tough. But I really enjoy marching. I like being with everyone, hearing everyone, seeing everybody. Like it feels like community. It feels like what we don't have when we step off this lawn. Like when we step out away from the courthouse, we lose that feeling. And so it's really nice being with you guys.
Tori was saying she feels like a lot of folks, the majority of folks here tonight were folks from Gainesville.
Yeah. Every face I saw is familiar. I mean, we had maybe, most of the time it's like we have more people from out of town and then we have our community people, but this time it was our community and then we had a couple of people from out of town. Like I can probably count on all my fingers who we had from out of town because everybody else was from here. Grew up with them, saw them at Walmart, saw them at school, wherever I was. So that felt really nice because I was marching with people that are with me, you know?
I was standing over there when we were coming back from the march. You know, there's this group of counter protesters over here who were, you know, documenting everybody as we came by, you know, like they do every week. And I noticed when we were coming back through, one of the white allies who was marching, when she walked by, she called out the woman over there by name and said, "You should be marching with us."
Oh, wow.
And the woman just kind of nodded her head yes and looked down.
Yeah.
It was a really powerful moment to witness.
Yeah.
You know, like your neighbor, you know, your neighbor was marching with you and your neighbor looked at another white woman standing on the wrong side of history and said, "You should be marching with us." It was really powerful.
And it was just nice even going through the historic district. I mean, we saw 2 or 3 Biden signs this time. We saw the RBG signs. I
saw that RBG sign.
And so it's
I didn't get over there to get a good shot of it, but it was cool.
Yeah, so it's like you're seeing these people that are like peeking their head out like, "Hey, I'm with you guys. Like I may not be able to march or I may not be able to do this." But even on my live, you see the comments of like, "I can't get out there, but thank you for streaming," or I'm doing what I can by sending this email and sending this letter. Like it's so nice to see everyone come together.
For sure. Well,
I'm used to being out in these things and it being in
yeah, how about that weather tonight, y'all?
It's actually great.
Sweet baby Jesus said, "Have a break." Y'all. I'm from Texas, baby. Y'all. YA''LL. Y'all, as in you all. Y'all. So we are going to walk back.
To the right.
Yeah, and we're going to walk back to our staging area. I'm going to keep this rather focused on me so as not to give away our location. Thank you. Good night.
See you later, Reynolds.
So we did have 2 officers out here tonight with the Gainesville Police Department who, so we had Officer Reynolds and Officer Greer, both of whom have been, I will say, consistently consistent in their enforcement of the law and their willingness to communicate with protesters, which is awesome. It's always great when officers will maintain an open dialogue with you so that you can be clear about the law and clear about their expectations. That has certainly not been the case with all of the local police here in Gainesville, but Officer Reynolds and Officer Greer of the Gainesville Police Department, I will give them that kudos. Again, someone write the day and time. I'm accused of constantly berating police officers. I just commented 2 of them again. Y'all don't let hell freeze over or anything till I get there. Good night. Be safe, friend. Sorry for the awkward view, everyone. We are going back to our staging location, and I just don't want to exactly expose where that is. And so you're going to get to see my forehead briefly till we get there. So as I don't have to give it away. But tonight was an awesome protest. I think it speaks to what can happen if you stay firm and stay strong and don't show fear and insist upon your rights. No one's going to give you your rights. You have to demand them and you have to exercise them. And that is what has happened in Gainesville for the last few months. Local authorities have tried everything in their power to terrorize and intimidate the local Black and brown community out of expressing their rights, and they have stood firm and strong in doing that despite those efforts. And now what you're seeing is local authorities having to change their ways and their practices, because what they've done is they have gotten the attention of the ACLU and other attorneys and other political activists who are continuing to put a spotlight on their racist tactics. And so that's why it's so important that you just continue to demand those rights and exercise them. Because when you do, you start to create change, especially at the local level. And that's what we like to see. So I'm really proud of pro-Gainesville organizers for their continued commitment to truth and justice, and for pursuing the rights of everyone in their community, especially those who have been oppressed, those Black, brown, and Indigenous persons. I have to say I've had a few people reach out to me about some Indigenous folks from the area who have their own stories to tell, and I'm working really hard and getting connected with those individuals. Hopefully I'll be able to provide more details about that on my radio show, Attention Denton, which airs on Kuzu every Friday morning at 11 a.m. You can tune in Denton at 92.9 FM, or you can stream anywhere at Kuzu, KUZU.FM, to my radio show, Attention Denton. I use a lot of audio recordings from protests and interviews with leaders at protests. And we also just interview community leaders and talk about important events, people, and ideas from the past and the present and how they shape the future. So if you're interested in that, you can tune in there. Every time I see her car, dude, I have a slight moment of panic. And then I have to remind myself it's her. But her car triggers the fuck out of me, man. Like, seriously. Her car triggers the fuck out of me. Misties. Like, every time her lights come on, I'm just like, Christine, you know, like, triggered. Okay, so I'm gonna come tell these guys goodnight one last time because I love y'all so much. I want your faces to be last.
It's very red, very tired. Thank you for being here, though.
You bet. Tell everybody who's watching you love them.
Oh, I love all of you guys, each and every single one of you.
We love you.
We love you.
Keep an eye out on Pro Gainesville's Facebook page for what we're going to do next week.
I'm excited.
We might be doing something a little different. We're going to work out the details before we announce it, but I'm really excited. We're all kind of excited for it, so keep a lookout for that.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to tune out. Last
Appreciate
words.
you. Thank you. Keep coming back. Come out in person.
Every Sunday at 5:30.
The power of the people is stronger than the people in power.
Yeah. Is that what we're doing Sundays at 5:30?
We'll post the actual detail. we're working some details out to make sure. But
every Sunday, Gainesville, Texas, Cook County Courthouse lawn, sometime between 5 and 6 o'clock. More details coming soon.
Yes.
There we go.